What's up? Just talking. Had some family in town this weekend, and was talking to them about Gridiron Green. So they were like, "You got a copy of it?" I said, "I don't." So, so right now, most of the copies of the comic book that I got were given away, and then I had one copy left, and I took that with me to court and handed it over to the judge, and like I didn't see it. Like I guess it just like disappeared into the court system until recently. My lawyer said that he'd go pick it up for me, but that was a weird thing to see, like people who disagreed with shit that I was saying was like, yo, let's go Google Matt Barr, let's do a deep dive on Matt Barr. And then they found a lawsuit that I had with Ovi. Um, so like, you do a deep dive on like Johnny Scab, and he ends up being a tranny. You do a deep dive on that Lombardi guy, and apparently he's like a big time like furry queer. You do a dive into Katie did, and she ends up having some like pedophile shit going on in her past. It's just fucking disturbing as shit. And so when you do like a deep dive on me, you get this lawsuit that I had about this comic book. So like the long and short of it, I had a contract with him, and I was supposed to get royalties off of the sales of the book, but he was not selling the book. He was doing like um morale, I don't know what the fucking word for it. Motivational speakings and appearances, and then was giving the comic book out. So like he would get paid to show up at these events. He would, which is totally fucking his thing. I'm not saying anything about that, but he would like show up at the events and get paid for the appearances and then hand out the comic book. And it was like, bro, you're like fucking handing out like what you're supposed to be selling. Like, I'm not sure. And so it's like, well, if you're just gonna like if you're just gonna like give out the comic books, then I need to get a percentage of like your fee that you're getting, which it went back and forth. And within the four corners of the contract, that's a fucking term that I heard so many times. Within the four corners of the contract, Your Honor, it was wild. It was wild. So I haven't like seen this comic book in a while. It came out in 2018. Artwork, book, story, and everything started 2016. I had to do full script, had to do like full everything, and then get it approved. So, uh, I have to like write an outline for the script. That went through a couple of emails, and uh, that got revisions, and then um, the actual script got written, which I wrote the script. Right, I just like looked at like what does a comic book script look like? You know what I mean? Like one of those, just like let me like, what's it look like? And I knew that I was going to be drawing it, so I like kept it like pretty short. Um, but because it was like being seen by other people, I had to like break it down a little more. So it was like while I was writing, and I was like, oh, how many frames do I want on this? So I was just kind of like throwing out like a number of frames just to like, you know, appease these folks. So like, but I think I stuck to it. Like, okay, if I say four panels, then I stuck with the four panels. The dialogue, I wrote all that. They had to like, you know, go through the because they were like, what does this mean? What does that mean? And like indigenous person, is that like which indigenous tribe are you referring to? I was like, what are you what tribe am I referring to? Like, I don't know. I'm just fucking making up a tribe. Right. So there was a lot of that. And then ink, and then I had to pencil the whole book, get that approved, then ink it, get that approved, then color it, letter it, all that shit approved. So I wrote it, penciled it, inked it. I did the lettering, and then I lost my fucking logic board or something. So I lost the fucking the vector files. Like I lost the working uh I'm gonna say DC. I like lost the working files for the lettering. So like I had it everything else saved, but like I had like the working stuff on the desktop of that computer. So like all the pencils and all the other stuff was saved, but I like lost that. But I had like JPEGs, right? So like, you know, I would do a page, then do a JPEG, you know, and export a JPEG. So like I had the whole book like lettered, but there was like a couple of editorial problems, you know, commas and shit like that. And so I was like, fuck, I don't have the time. I had already like was like doing something else. So I got a hold of somebody, the guy named Vang, and he lettered the book for me. But like he just and like he'll tell you, he just like basically like lettered like exactly what I did. I was like, I don't need you to do anything. I just need you to keep the text live. And here's the JPEGs. Like I like told him too. I was like, I like fucked up. I lost the vector files. I need you to rebuild files. So can you charge me accordingly? So like he wasn't like doing like, oh, let me figure out the lettering. You know, he just kind of was like recreating shit for me. So he hooked me up on the pricing. Then I got this guy from the Philippines to color it for me. At first, I was like, man, I just want my shit flat. I want flat colors like vintage Marvel. And he was like, yeah, but if I could really render this, and he like sent me a page rendered, and I was like, oh fudge. Agua. And then I was like, oh shit. All right, well, let's do it like this. All right. So from the get-go, man, it was a fucking battle to like keep it not like so out they were like, hey, do you want to do a comic book for the United Nations for UNICEF? And I was like, oh, that sounds dope. And they're like, awesome, you're going to be teamed up with an NFL guy. Awesome. And then they were like, because he has an idea with a name. And I was like, okay, cool. And like, it was like, it's Gridiron Green. And I was like, Gridiron Green? Okay, I could work with that. I've had clients who've had weird ideas that I've like Jedi mind tricked them into fucking changing up. So okay, cool. Nah, man, he did not want to change Gridiron Green. So it was, you know, and he wasn't warrior. He didn't want to be a warrior. He wanted to be a defender. Like he didn't want to be, I can't remember if that was a United Nations thing or what, but it was like, yeah, no. It's defender. It's not warrior of the earth. It's defender of the earth. Ovi, and then me. Look, I like put my name really small down there, but like the amount of shit that I did was bonkers. This, I mean, it's not even really a logo. It's just like a fucking. It's like a font that I like. I this is like a mesh of like three different fonts, then with some extra. manipulation with vector and shit. You know what I mean? So it's not, just like anything you just type the fuck out. Like it's, something I had to work on. But still, I'm not a big fan of it. But it hits the spot. Give it the little black bar across the back. Make it pop off even more. Made that little thing up in the corner. First epic issue. This is him. This is one of the first drawings that I did for this character, Gridiron Green. At least this iteration. You got a G and a G on his chest, but it also looks like a man, with his arms up. This is part of the comics, part of the United Nations comics thing. So I did a book. Bernard Chang from DC Comics did a book. Marvel did a book for it. And they use like Guardians of the Galaxy for their goal. Which I didn't realize. Like I saw all these other comic books when we went to the New York Comic Con, and I saw the other comic books that were getting produced. They were like fucking 12 pages, 15 pages, and I was like, yo, what the fuck? Like, yo, I just spent like 2 years making like a fucking, a 24, 25 page comic book, writing it. Like I could have just like made up some jibber jabber shit. That's Matt Barr, man. That was like, I could do that job. I could do that job. Give it to me. And I just fucking take it to the limit. The limit. Names. So again, I'll call out shit that I like I could not change at all. I like this, like, it's like this part of it would be like a almost like a snake's like a shark skin kind of a texturing, and then this part was like a almost like an orchid, but would close in with like a almost like a fucking Beatles kind of, which I'm just like, dude, I was like watching the Blue Beetle movie going, what the fudge? But I mean, to be fair, the guy was like, I love Power Rangers. Like Obi is a huge Power Ranger fan, and I was like, Power Ranger fan. Sometimes you can push people to do shit, and other times they're like, no, I really like. I'm like, all right, bro. All right, so Obasi, that's a name that I couldn't change. That was that was there. Obasi, comma, the newly mantled Gridiron Green, comma, is assisting with the installment of green energy powered sensors for a tribe of indigenous people. What tribe? What tribe? The fucking, I don't know. The red-haired people. The short brown ones with the red shit on their faces. That's that tribe. The fucking head bashing tribe. There's like a tribe in the Amazon, and they carry long, fucking thick ass sticks, poles, and they just like hold them. And if they don't like what you're saying, they'll bash you in the fucking head. It's a true tribe. I'm not making this up. Google it. The indigenous tribe. He's brought along his daughter, Tajiri. I couldn't change that. And his friend Sujan from the United Nations period. Before they're able to finish the project, Obasi gets his first opportunity to use his recently gifted powers against a foe who might be more than a match for Earth's new guardian! Exclamation point. All right, so this is all their shit. This is them trying to rule the planet. My bad. I was involved with goal number 15. That was like life on land. So like read the if they sent this and I was like as an Eagle Scout, like, I've gone camping and hiking and have come out with more trash. Like I like see shit, pick it up, put it in my pocket. And you're supposed to pack out your shit, and people don't. I'm not saying your literal feces. I'm saying you dig a hole for that. But like your wrappers and your other stuff, like fucking crush that shit, put it in your pack. take it out with you. So I end up with like fucking pockets full of like other people's fucking granola bars or fucking Cliff bars and shit. Protect, restore, and promote sustainable use of terrestrial ecosystems, sustainably manage forests, combat what is that? Desertification, and halt and reverse land degradation and halt biodiversity loss. That's a lot of fucking mouth. That's a lot of I, to get all of that out, I think you need to be a true fucking throat goat to be able to say all that. But it sounded pretty good. Protect and restore and promote sustainable use of terrestrial, like as opposed to extraterrestrial, terrestrial ecosystems, sustainably manage forests. So you're like, yeah, people should manage forests, but it's like managing forests should not impede on existing um, forestry contracts and forest industry kind of shit. Now that I'm thinking about it, because it's like some dude could just be logging shit that, like, there's like a certain cycle of they plant trees in one area, harvest them in another area, go back and forth. They're doing it with pine trees. They do it in South Carolina, right? So like, could these people come in and use that to like fuck with that? Maybe. So like in hindsight, it's if somebody dangles, hey, do you want to do a comic book? Marvel's doing one as well. Like, you just kind of go for it. And this is 2018. Actually, it's 2016. So it's not too bad. I mean, it could be worse. It could be worse. It's not like I was promoting fan fiction that involved demons fucking kids, right? I mean, yikes. Yikes. All right. So here we go. Look at all this fucking wall. Look at this wall of text, man. So I start doing the script, and you'll see that the script, the verbiage starts to drop off a lot. Like, I just honestly, I stopped taking notes. Like, people were sending me emails. Like, the chain of emails on this project was just getting fucking longer and longer and longer. And I was stressing out about it a little bit because I was like, fuck, man. Like, all these people, each person is sending shit, and it's like some of them are sending shit that's not part of the chain. Some of them are. Some people are sending shit that's contradicting other people's shit, right? So so I call my dad, and I'm like, um, just talking about some other shit. And he's like, hey, how's that project? How's the project going on? Now, I'm a good impersonator, so just like me talking like my dad, like, like, this is what my dad sounds like. Hey, big guy, how's it going? Good. Yeah. How's that project? United Nations? How's that going? Tell me about it. So I like start complaining about like the fucking people emailing me and shit, right? And mm-hmm. All right, so here's the thing. Who's your boss? Who? What kind of name is that? Anyway, who's your boss? Okay. Listen to him. If anybody else is telling you something, ignore them. Listen to your boss. That's what matters. Okay. And then he like tells me a story about he had this PowerPoint, and he sent it to a general's office, and like somebody else below like fucking saw something and was like, actually, you know, like and it was not like a colonel, or it was just like somebody else in the office like called out something, and my dad was like, okay, thanks, noted. All right, I'm listening. Noted. Fucked off. So, right, so he just like is like, okay. And he just like sends it in and like goes into the meeting and is just like PowerPoint, PowerPoint, PowerPoint. All right. And the guy's like, all right, thanks, Chief. Excellent work. Like the general was just like, that's awesome. Excellent work. Go ahead and do it. And then my dad was like, cool. Sounds good. And like, he like just kind of like glanced at this other guy, and the guy was just kind of like, and my dad was like fuck you, like, are you gonna like stop the whole thing and tell this general like, actually, general, I had a little problem, like, it just doesn't happen, I guess, in the military. So he was like, yeah, fuck it, just focus on what your boss is telling you. So that's what I did. So like the first page, man, oh, there's so much fucking dialogue, dude. Right? I got a little fucking pelican. I got a nice little establishing shot of the village. The colors look pretty good. I love them. You know, having you here to work on this, dude, it's so much shit. And at least it's like, I've got the rhythm of the back and forth. you know uh there's a change, there's talk. See, I almost wanted just a couple of these, you know what I mean. you know we'll utilize this new technology for our children's future. We thank you, Sanji. We're here to help, you know what I mean. Like, thank you, we're here to help. Like, I've already, established in that first page, thank you, Sanji, so we know who this guy is. I don't need to like fucking, oh my god, man. The GPS, it's non-evasive. Like, you're just like talking like preventing illegal forest deforestation and also alerts to poaching and illegal hunting of local wildlife. Like, it's just a fucking word salad. So that's the first fucking, what the fuck. Great little anime, great work. I still like it. I wish this was like a fucking 2-page spread. That would have been dope. I wish I had done a 2-page spread of this, because a lot of this word balloon shit is covering up, Obi, Obasi, a win, me, blah, 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 technology. Speaking of links, let's try it. Tajiri, this is his daughter. She's on thing. Look at these little guys. They're working on some technology. I mean, like, that's going to happen. But yeah, this guy's shoulder looks a little fucked up. They look almost like fucking dwarfs. I like forgot to draw necks or something. I don't know. They look like fucking dwarfs now. They look like fucking Willow, use a wand, Willow. Done. We got a stable link with home. Try it out, Daddy-O. Papa Bear to Mama Bear. We coming through? Question mark. And then this right here da, 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 is it was a double page. So you have this page is connected to this page. Let me back out smur. So instead of, I didn't show the outside, I just, up at the top, I just put a quick, foundation, head Q's comm center, Atlanta, Georgia, to show that he's talking on the screen. I got some lines put, all these little monitors. I made all that tech shit because I just wanted to be a fucking nerd like that. This chick originally wasn't in it. She's like part of some fucking Atlanta like program. He was like, "Hey, I'm doing a program. Can you stick this chick in here?" And I was like, "Yeah, yeah, sure." But it just kind of like muddy up the fucking muddy up thing. There she is. She's pregnant. Private line, Papa Bear. Okay, just us. What's up? Is everything okay there? Do you think Jafari is safe? The village is days away from here. What if something happens? She's getting along with the villagers and have been a real team player. Besides, what could go wrong? Her dad's a superhero. Oh, Lord God, look at that fucking wall of text. Jeez. You can't even see where the fuck is going on. So she's on a screen looking up. They are clearly on some there's another bird's eye view. So they're talking about, is that a Joker? So that's the friend. More jingle jangle bullshit. Um, Sorry to cut it in, guys, but is there a testing of the alarm system happening now? No, Derek, that's a real alarm. Tajiri, are you picking this up there too? Question mark. We're reading it too. Question mark, mama. Question mark hyphen. I'm just kidding. We're reading it too, mom. There's a little comma. Can't get firm readings though, Dad. Dot dot dot. I know. It's heading right towards the village. Got a little bold at right. Got a little bold on village. And we got a little red. I should have put a little beep boop boop beep beep right there. A little beep 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 beep. Uh-oh. What the fuck is going on? It's the crab. This guy I made up. Like I saw this fucking this lumbering machine, and it like comes down, grabs your fucking tree, cuts it off, and then skins it and throws it into the fucking thing. Just like this whole like fuck you tree. So I was like, what if you had two of those? I was like, that is very fucking like Spider-Man. You know what I mean? It's like you've got the crab, the vulture, not the crab. You got the scorpion, the vulture. All these animal totem. So I was like, oh, the crab. That's very like fucking old school Marvel. This looks like something Spider-Man would fight. Colors was done by Chuck Obach. Fantastic guy. He was a great guy. Edited by Natabara. That was his name. It's been a while since I've like said it. His name was Natabara. And Obi. The crab, misdirection, Sanji, and others, created by and story and art by Matt Sixbar. Sesame. So that's what this guy is. I imagine him being like fucked up. He's fucked up, and he has to use this thing to get around. And he's got some chainsaws and shit. So he's like, it's a fucking endless miles of bug infested jungle. What in the hack and slash? And what's his name knows hack and slash creator. I like talked to him about. I'm like, I'm gonna put that in there for you. He's like, oh, that's funny. I didn't realize he was gonna be a weird little like leftist. Tim Sealing. What the hack and slash is going on? That's the last time I buy my intel from that slimy shyster. She said the place was loaded with hidden resources. All I've seen today is endless miles of bug-infested jungle. Snap, crack, crash. And then he's like, what the fuck? And now this? Where'd this village come from? It's right in the center of the GPS coordinates I bought. Where could these resources be? Question mark. Hidden? Question mark. Oh, I see your huts and villagers running around like screaming ants. Maybe they're hiding it somewhere. I don't know. And then he starts doing some tic tac beep boop booping, talking about before this gets any worse, I'll scramble my signal scrambler. My signal scrambler. Real easy for kids, man. Come on. Signal scrambler. It's like fucking, it's like the double letters of Marvel. It'll give me time to look around. The radar cloaking program is working beautifully, too. I'm a blur to any peering eyes. Then he's like, whoa, we just lost everything. How's that even possible? It's not. We just had too many redundancies built into the system. Oh, wait, no, that's him talking. She's the one talking. Sorry, I'm not looking at the... Yeah, it's a little confused. She doesn't need to be there. She needs to get the fuck out of... Our family's down there. We need to get back in contact with them. You designed this whole program, right? I did, and I'm already into it. There. It's just a video feed bounced off of 3 satellites. Not bragging over here, but you can't scramble the guy who designed the whole system for very long. Audio is my next task. Jesus, I can't read. Jesus, the faces of somebody that I drew fucking How many years ago? 9 years ago, maybe 8. Okay, so they're like, oh, what the fuck? Recheck router. Berta, berta, berta. Get out of the way. All these people are running the fuck. All the villagers, they're all running. He's smashing shit up. Beep, boop, boop, beep, boop, boop. He's looking for stuff. I'm also picking up an odd green blob shaped like a person. So I'm even thinking he's like putting off an aura, like the crab is able to put off an aura. So he's like, all right, little lady, go with Sanji. So he's like, he gets to run away. See, to Rick redo this. This would have been better as like his own page. That could have been a double page spread, and then these two pages could have been like worked out a little more and like shown him bigger on one page. You know what I mean? Like these, I think like these two panels could have been. I don't know if I'm fluffing it, but I was like, oh, I only have so many pages. Okay. And so while he's running, he goes into like a, you know, como se dice, a flashback. A first chance to use these powers. This is it. The moment of truth. Moment of truth, Obasi? You think yourself prepared? You're a pro bowler in the World Football League. Couldn't use NFL. A global event. Fast paced and as dangerous as any ancient battlefield. On the field, there was no equal to your speed and strength. You thrived in the New Age arena. Glory and fame was heaped upon your name. That was Ovi's number when he played in the Pro Bowl. Off the field, you and your childhood friend Derek shared a love of nature and environmental activism. I was really I did not want that. That was in there because I was like, it's a little gay. With your wife, Maisha, with his wife, Maisha, the three of you created the Eco Champions Foundation, which is a logo that I had to create just for this fucking panel, focusing on their planet and clean energy technology. So they had this like green energy technology. You shared in your glory and became a leader of champions. You became famous globally and respected by other players. I even made like a little fake thing. You shared the fame and your fortune. You used this fame and your fortune to spread the message of conservatism, of conservation. My bad. I'm a retard. You wanted to protect the Earth's precious resources with clean energy and solutions and other public endeavors. In the League, there were rumors of bribes, body augmentations, and boosting in new players. Men motivated by greed will do anything. During the World Ultra Bowl, the stakes were high. You took a hit to your spine from a boosted player. The energy was dramatic. This is another part of a double page spread. I feel like it could be read. It reads well like that. There was nothing else that could be done with modern medicine. In that moment, you did not look. You did not think of your lost fame. Oh wait, what is it? See, I fucked it up. See, if this is a double page spread, this up here is like you could read that. Like this right here, the injury was traumatic. This this right here is right next to it. So you would go to there. The outlook was severe. You woke up surrounded by loved ones and close friends, but you had lost many things. You lost the ability to run, to jump, to walk. Derek and Mamasha. Something I did not have a hand in. I'm gonna knock the names, you know what I mean? I like listening to rap, but like some of these names are just like I don't know, man. It's like it's a handle to get on. design a robotic harness for you, and you would have mobility with it. But your past life in the league was over. And I guess it kind of goes to there. So it's kind of like a Z, hopefully. But I don't know. Again, I think I fucked up. I'm not even trying to fucking justify this page and the lettering. This page and this page. I like the visuals. I think they could be fixed. I think there's some wasted space over here on this honky doctor. But you see, like, so in that moment, you did not think of your lost fame, only of the planet, this green jewel, and how you are now unable to protect it. Womp womp. You were being watched. You had been watched for a long time. Not like a stalker. You showed your heart's true intention. You were contacted through your dreams. It's a soundtrack from Flash Gordon. So you were shown flight. You were shown where to go, the center point of all life. You were shown an ancient carving, a symbol bound to the planet and your own destiny. You awoke with new purpose in your heart. You knew your path. Your trek was not an easy one. The path was lost to mankind before the great continent split into many. Ooh, I wrote that. That is hot. Wrote that. That is hot. Your trek was not an easy one. Period. The path was lost to mankind before the great continent split into many. Period. That's hot, dude. The pull was strong and you found your way. The dreams of this place were real. Looks like a stone vagina and the little symbols of clitorius. Victorious with the clitorius. This is so dope. This fucking starting to get all crystally, you know? And just remember the shape of the word balloons here, the shape of the captions, and the purple. That matters. That matters. You entered alone in the crystal filled cavern. Welcome, Obasi. And you found someone at the center. It's like some crystals, you know? A crystal shard! I am the source of the green energy that flows through the planet and all life on it. I've been called many things: Allah, Amana, Ariana, Krishkar, Upas, Boopa Doopa, Rumpa Lumpa Dumpa, Rammstein, Helmet, Hatebreed, Earth Crisis. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just making up names there. But yeah, I like looked up like nature goddesses and stuff, but you may call me Terra. Like they were like, yeah, we want to do something like fucking Captain Planet and the Terra person. And I forgot what her Tara, I don't know, but I was like, fuck, man, how do I fucking like say, okay, we could do that and then not do that? Like, how do we do that and then get around it? Right. So like first it's like a forming thing. Enter, leave your body harness and come forward on your own. So he's like, oh shit. So he has to like crawl. So he like gets out of the harness, crawls. Again, man, I should have made this longer. I should have made this like several like double page spreads because I've got her holding the planet and like part of her outfit is made out of trees and then the other part is made out of like feathers and shit and then there's supposed to be other stuff here, you know. It's like it was a whole like she was one of many things, you know. She was like a combination of all life. Tara, blah blah blah. So he's like, yeah, I'll do it. Are you here to accept the role of the new green? Tara, I will do whatever I can to protect this planet, but I don't know what a green is and I can't walk anymore. Our world is precious. It must be guarded. It must it must it has been made safe in the past by the defenders of the green. The line of defenders goes back longer than can be remembered, period. Defending Earth when the need arose, period. You are the latest in this honor, comma, Obasi, period. Do you accept this task, comma, Obasi, question mark? Whoa! Yes, Terra, I do. As the Earth's Green Guardian, you will be given vast powers and strength to aid you in this ancient task. Your broken body will be mended. The green heals every past offender at the start of their duties. You will have enemies. To protect your loved ones, your face and voice will be disguised. When you need the power, simply say my name. Unlike Captain Marvel. But anyways, moving on. Terra! So this is him. It's got some football shit going on, which I'm not quite sure is like obvious. You know what I mean? Like the shoulder pads, like maybe I feel like the shoulder pads should have been like more done, but they liked it, and I did some other designs, and I don't really show it like kind of enveloping and wrapping around, but that's kind of what I wanted. The fucking colors, man, like they were just like yeah, like grit, like Green Lantern, and it was like fuck, stop fucking saying Green Lantern, right? Like yeah, he'll use the green energy to like make shit, and I'm like the fuck he will. Not if I'm drawing this shit. He will like really trying. But yo, it sucked balls. Like I was sitting at the New York Comic Con signing stuff. You know, some people are like, oh, and then like two people walked by and they were like, Green Lantern. And I was like, whoa, stop, dude. Come here, please. And they were like, yeah. And I was like, dude, I get it. Could you just read the book? Could you just look through the book right now? And he was like, yeah, it doesn't have any Green Lantern stuff. But he was like, but the cover is like Green Lantern as fuck. And I was like, I know, bro. So I know. So I am aware that, and I want you to be aware that this whole time was a constant fucking fight against anything Green Lantern. But you could totally see this being a fucking Green Lantern book, right? Whoa, this will never stop being cool. You will be called Gridiron Green, Defender of the Earth. Defender. See, that's a fucking swipe, man. I'll have to fucking revise that. If I could just like start singing out the fucking a line from an old cartoon, should have fucking like yo. I saw a review of Card Draft the other day where they were like, and they will know why they fear the night. I was like, did he just fucking read that out loud? Like, who does not remember Thulsa Doom saying that shit in Conan the Barbarian? Oh fuck. Actually, well, they say defenders of the earth. Defenders. This late books. Defenders. So there's an S. All right, sports fans. Womp womp womp. So he makes a jump. Let's hope I'm not jumping from the pan. Yo, pan. Woo! What's up, dog? I'm already giving you a fucking shout out before I even knew you existed. I hope I'm not jumping from the pan into the geez, into the fire. I went green just in time. Mind if I help? So, not to be fucking nerdy dirty, but these natives that are calling out to him are calling out to him by his symbol, right? So there is like a primordial ancestral fucking connection. Like they are so connected to Earth that they like remember the fucking Green Defender and are aware of like, there's like, I imagine there's like a fucking cave drawings of like a green guy flying, you know what I mean? And like that symbol is like painted on the wall. And so everybody is just like, oh yeah, like I don't know what you would call it, but like oh fucking Santa Claus, like oh yeah, like everybody like you don't know him, but it's like if you saw, you know what I mean? It's like there's something about Gridiron Green or this green, whatever his fucking whatever his thing is, this guy is a footballer, so he's the gridiron. So this green, they recognize the green and like it's something that they can recognize and speak out to, like before there was even language. Like before there was even language, they knew this word, they knew this sound, they knew who this guy was. That's how ancient uh this fucker is. So he could jump. So like some people are like, man, what are his fucking powers? You don't even know what his fucking powers are. I thought about that, right? Pre fucking Ripaverse, right? So like as somebody who had read fucking Marvel comics, tons of fucking first appearances, tons of first appearances of comic books, I've like been like, okay, I need to make sure I fucking check off who does he love, not just who he is. You got to show off his powers. Who does he love? You got to show him transforming. You got to show who his bad guy is. At least one bad guy. You got to show a little bit of a cliffhanger, but definitely, show why he's invested. Like you got to show that he's got radar. You got to show him putting on his suit. You got to show him fucking fighting people. You got to show some Foggy Nelson. You know what I mean? Maybe even show some. It's locked. Okay, give me 1 second. Is it time? Right. So maybe it's not time. If it's time, I'm gonna have to go. Right. So this is the first one. I may have to bounce. Nobody gets mean at my kids. That's crazy. So this is the first one. He like, is it bath time? Okay. Well, we're gonna put a pin in it. We're gonna put a pin in it. Actually, we're just gonna leave it right here. Just gonna walk away. Okay. I'm coming. Okay. All right. I'm just gonna leave it right there. I'm not even gonna like. I'm just gonna let the chat roll for a little while. All right. All right, I'm back. Why stop the stream and start up another one? You know what I mean? When did the family stuff got everybody taken care of? No more barbarians at the gate. Fuck. Where was I? Where was I? Where was I? Okay. So at this point, we've gotten the suit. All right, let's go, sports fans. I'm already ready to do some other shit. I don't even give a fuck. I gotta get motivated. Here we go. Getting motivated. I was like, I wanted to talk about this stuff before I went and did the family stuff, but now that I'm back from the family stuff, I really just want to get back to work. And I don't want to rehash old shit. But let's get into it. Here we go. He's got power. So his first power was water and snow. So he does some cold snow stuff to the fire around him. I was thinking that the snow would have fucked with the metal of one of the satellites and made it snap. Hot cold, make it snap. Satellites drops and he's like, snap, that can't be good. And then does a quick swoop in and then uses earth and hands to grab portions of the satellite. At least okay, he could use the earth. Okay, what do? They yell out the symbol. Next page. Can't find anything worth carrying out of here. Gotta get out of this place before I have to deal with any real witnesses. Womp womp. I don't recall ordering any crab legs. Now stand down and let's talk about this before anybody gets hurt. Who in the hack and slash are you? A super cucumber? Call me Gridiron Green. Look at that. Call me Gridiron Green, and I'm here to brighten that crabby mood of yours. Uh, uh, uh. Stop destroying these people's homes. Stand down now. Hey, watch it. I built this rig. I just got a tune-up. Womp womp. I don't care what your dumb name is. You're just another bug annoying me. Bugs get squished. I'm walking out of here on all 8 legs. Move it or lose it. Squished. Bzzz. Ouch. How about we work on changing your mind by cranking up the power. Crank up the power. The power. Power. Crank up the power. You got the power. You gotta crank it up. Crank up the power. Cranking it up. Cranking up the power. Cranking up. Man, you sing like that in the 80s? You're getting laid. Bruh. Just kidding. All right, so I'm making a dumb joke because I'm trying to not let you see the little footballs. These are the only times that you saw him throwing fucking footballs. What a joke. Are you giving me some kind of lame light show? Picking you apart is gonna be fun. Fuck. I hate that the word balloon right here is it's got that little tangent. It should have just been connected to the edge. This right here, these 4 panels, while they're at the top of this page, dude, they should have been that should have been a 2-page spread right there. So they're fighting. He uses some dirt to go flying up. Then he does punches, then he does some grabs. And then in the background, there's this chick. So, sure, sneaking away from Sanj's to get evidence was a bad idea. I'm going to be in so much trouble. But look at what I'm getting video of. So she's like, they're recording. So you're seeing all the fight. You're seeing the fight. You see him. Then you look down, and you look down, and you see her. Am I seeing this right? A glowing green guy fighting a giant robot crab. It looks like he's got superpowers and can fly. So the little daughter is watching her dad. I've seen bigger uglies. Yeah, a neon green walnut. Like they're just kind of like talking mad shit to each other. Um, talking mad shit. So she's like, "Hey, I'm getting some video of this." She's like touching her shit. Signifies it's on. I need to find and show dad all of this. It's incredible. So she doesn't realize that her dad is Gridiron Green. She hears a baby. Hey, is that a baby crying? It sounds close by. Green guy is busy with the creepy crab dude. I'll find the baby and get it back with its family. I can do this. So she's determined to be her own hero. The red eyes are watching. Wham, wham. The baby's crying. There you are, little fella. Wham, 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 pa, 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 pa. So the little baby is rescued. Are you okay? I'm here to help you. Little kid throws out the symbol. What? I don't know what that word is yet. I'm sorry. I do know I'm getting you back to your family. I do know I'm getting you back to your family. I do a lot of. I should stop that or edit it out. And to mine. So you see her. She's running in a cool little insert where it says recording, in case you're dumb. Recording active mode. Oh, who the fuck is this? Who the fuck is this? Misdirection. Recording mode active. Looks like the Apple doesn't look, and she's got a little beeper beep on her talking balloon. So I try to do like some visual shit with the word balloons. Beeper beep. Looks like the apple isn't far from the tree in this family. Mission note: research and debrief findings on family lineage to collect DNA on all offspring. So she's like already picking up shit. Whoa, looks like soft shell crabs is today's special. It's today's special. Come join in the fun. That's 3 legs down. Want to go for a second serving? Or are you ready to power down like a good little supervillain? Your jokes are the worst. They're worse than Matt Bars. I could keep this rumble going all day. You want more? The harder you push, the harder I get. The stronger I get. Sorry, because I'm retarded. You want more? The harder you push, the stronger I get. Give it up before you get hurt. And look, he's got a little green thing going around his. I mean, it's like, okay, so all the heroes are like decent looking black people. And then the one white guy in the show is this fucking crazy big eared, big nosed, bald fucking bald degenerate. Well, we don't know he's a degenerate. He looks like a real piece of work. There's a new way of doing things. You could do something good with your genius. A new way? You mean go green? I've been doing this for way too long. I ain't stopping now for a neon nobody. I made a fortune with my axes and saws. They've never been dull, always sharp and ready. Let me show you just how fucking sharp they are, bitch. That's not what it says. Let me show you just how sharp they are. See, I think if I redid this, I'd have like a flannel shirt and give him a beard. You know what I mean? And maybe do like, you think you can beat me? I've dealt with you up in the great north. I will deal with you in the great south, yeah? Neon nobody. It sounds like you're trying to hurt my feelings. Trying to hurt my feelings by calling me a neon nobody. I'm trying to do this the easy way and talk it out, but it looks like you won't listen until I've turned your suit into a pile of Recycled junk. Recycled. Gotta recycle. And you're handed over to the local authorities. Gotta hand you over to the local authorities. Can't hand you to the United Nations forces, peacekeepers. Can't do that. I could not show blue helmeted guys like fast roping out of ospreys. Like I was really down to fucking do that. And they were like, oh no, 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 no. We don't own any U2 V22 Ospreys, and nobody. Yeah, we don't do any direct action with our blue helmet guy. I was like, oh, okay. I mean, while I was writing it, I was like, what the fuck? Like, why can't I make the UN look like fucking GI Joe? Like, let me fucking like make you guys look fucking cool because you look fucking stupid. No, 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 no. We don't want to. We don't want to be in there. We don't. We don't want to look cool. Okay. And then when I started drawing, I was like, ah, thank God, man. Imagine having to draw like a bunch of fucking dudes jumping out of the V2 Osprey. Just like it'd have been fucking a waste. Yeah, nobody. Burger, taking it easy. You're gonna go back to the local authorities because that was something like, oh no, it's got to go to the local authorities. Like he can't take the crab back. Like it's the UN, and we want to make sure that the local authorities have the authority. Okay. So he's talking, then here, we're almost out of here. It'll be okay. What? Tajiri? She's carrying that child to safety. But I thought she was with Surgeon. Sujan. You know, I like just saw the word for so long that like I didn't even fucking. That's horrible. You don't know the words and names in your own book? Not when they're fucking Durka names. I don't. I'm sorry. Sujan. That is not a name that I would have picked. Well, him not paying attention and sees his daughter running away with this little kid, he gets distracted and pile of junk, kaboom! How's that for hurt feelings? So he gets a big old wang a bang bam, gives him some stars. Looks like you might have found your true purpose as a plow. Looks like you found your new purpose as a dildo for planet Earth. Or better yet, some organic fertilizer. Ah, you pile of shit. See, that was kind of funny. But, you know, I was thinking if this was, como se dice, the fucking code authority. You know what I mean? Like this could have the code authority put on the top. Enjoy your nap. You won't be changing any mind sleeping on the job. I'm out of here. Okay, so then we cut back to the wife and his buddy. Derek, what's the process on the things on your side? I got visuals from 2 satellites, but still no audio. Yeah, this is all like just like Star Trek jibber jabber. Oh, wait a minute. So the code is intense. I still can't get through the scrambler. There's something else too. I can't put my finger on it though. Something else? Obasi and Tajiri are out there in danger! Exclamation point. We need to make some little hyphen thing happen! Exclamation point. More than just watching my husband fight for his life. He's fighting against a guy in a crab suit! Exclamation point. Question mark. Is this going to be a regular thing? I am going to be a wife to a man who has to fight crabs on the regular in Atlanta. I still can't get through with the satellite phone. They're all the natives are saying just fucking it's fucking green. It's the green. It's the green defender. Green defender. Green defender. We should be far enough away from the brawl. What? And he's like, what is that? I don't know that word. What do you mean? And they're just like saying it. And he's like, Tajiri, have you heard this word? Oh no. He's like, this fucking brat. He's like, where's Tajiri? She was right behind me. Repeating that word doesn't help, my friend. I'm going back to the village to help. See, all the villagers are just like they're just like saying, yo, like green, the green's here, the green's here, the green's here. And he's like, I don't know what you're talking about. So I guess this is the first time that the Gridiron Green is like, you know, showing himself. Dude, look, I'm like setting a backstory. I'm letting you know all the fucking powers of this fucking guy. I'm showing all of his loved ones. I'm showing his first main bad guy, and I'm showing another fucking character with the fucking misdirection. Because I love you. I love you, the reader. Got something over here. It's not much. A facial match. Hayward, yeah. Hayward Crab, aka the Crab. He's wanted by more than a dozen countries for illegal mountaintop clearing and theft of natural resources. Nasty stuff, right? I wrote that stuff. I didn't pull it from Conan the Barbarian. She was nasty stuff, right? Real nasty. I ran multiple diagnostics on the signal encode. It's definitely not from the Crab. It's too advanced. You wrote most of the software here. See any weird patterns? So he's like, yo, you're smart. You see any patterns? Oh, look, I see it. It's hidden deep, slick, but not slick enough. Let your soul glow, yeah. Not slick enough. This is not good at all. It means we got a second bad guy to deal with now. Oh, fuck. From inside the village. It's inside the village. It's coming from inside the house. The call is coming from inside the house. It's coming from inside the village. We all know who it is. So we know who it is as the reader. Now the characters are finding out. Oh, boy. Trub. Now we've established that who they're talking about. Oh, there's a signal. What's going on? Oh, there's a signal. What the fuck are these people talking about? We cut over and we see the Crab, and then we see the Crab from misdirection's point of view. Recording mode active. Turn on thermal filter. I do believe now's my moment to move. Run drone program, Little Dipper. So we see like a little drone. So she's got like, as she's operator, oh, won't you help me make this call? She's fucking doing her stuff. She's got like a drone flying over, and you got a little program running. Yeah, run Little Dipper. So she's got different programs, run program, bitch ass motherfucker. And that like fucking does something, Jersey Negro, that fucking does something. So she climbs in, and everybody occupied. I could download anything I want. These greenies have all kinds of clean energy technology being designed. They're planning on giving it away for free. Ha! Not if I could sell it first. So she has like a suit, and I don't know if you could tell here, but it's like, also, so she has like dreads, but they're not dreads, they're like cables. And when she starts doing stuff, all the cables start coming out, and like start parts of her outfit start like undoing and becoming tiny little monitors and screens and shit. And instead of like a face, she has like two cameras, you know, kind of like the fucking assassin from. I like the assassin from the Last Starfighter. Zando Zan greetings Starfighter, and this guy shows up with these two eyeballs on the side of his head. I was like, I kind of like the shapes, the shapes being used. So she's beep boop booping on the computer. She's working it out. She cracks it up. Then this guy is like, I'm leaking hydraulic fluids, and the last display has me running on fumes. So he's like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. Leaving. There's still time on the clock. Are you kidding me? You're back. So then he's like, fuck this. I tried. So he does some shit, makes some spikes shoot up. Then he just rips the little fella out of his outfit. Smartest play. And he's like, okay, I give up. I'm sorry. You want to talk? We can talk. And he's like, smartest move you could have made, little buddy. Scramblers deactivated. We have audio again. Papa Bear, can you hear me? I could see you making a new friend. Mama Bear, I hear you. What's the situation? Where's Baby Bear? And it says, GPS has her heading towards your location. I need to change back before she sees me. So them two know that he got it because they went with him to the cave. And this dude over here, he's like, are you talking to me? And like, that's not even part of it. He's just like over there fucking trapped. We got other problems too. Someone is helping him nearby, and we got activity from Baby Bear's computer in the village. So he goes over there. Excuse me, mind showing me your hands now? I'm just seeing what music you got. Anything good? I'm not in the mood to deal with your what? And it looks like a fucking like a grenade or something, and it blows up. Love the outfit. See you later. Womp womp. And so this is so right here, these three panels, I'm hoping I'm helping. So like I'm doing multiple like juxtaposition of smaller images for foreshadowing, I think. So while they're talking and up here you see the drone, and then you see right here, so there's like here's a setup of a drone up here, then here's a setup of a flashbang, and then you get a payoff of both of these fucking setups. So it's like I give you a little bit of the drone, then I give you a little bit of that fucking flashbang, and then I give them both to you in the fucking third frame of like bang, flashbang, and then she's moving away with the drone that I've already established, Little Dipper. Little Dipper program. So she's like, "See you later, bitch." And he's like, "You fucking bitch. It was just a flashbang, a distraction. I'm going after her. We need to know what she was up to and jump." So I'm thinking he uses some sort of like a booster, like a piston of Earth to like launch him up into space. Like he not is not only like jumping out after her, but he's also jumping and then fucking using the earth to like give him an extra hot money boost. How fast he's going? Faster than parrots, bitch. That's how fast he's fucking going. Look at the parrots. The parrots are fucking hauling ass. And he's like, "I'm faster." Here's some more village in the background. Dude, I mean, for 2016, 2017, I think I did pretty good illustrations. I think this is all right. Hot on the trail. You've got a crush on me. Ha! This isn't a game. People could have been hurt. Tisk tisk, Mr. Gridiron Green. It's all a game. You'll see. And then she says the Gridiron Green symbol. Right? So she is in the know. Okay. What? Question mark. How? Question mark. No! Exclamation point. Down here. Kaboom! Help! Ah! Wah! What the fuck? Then he flies over here. Oh, just a decoy. She rigged a sound system and smoke bombs. So she's got a little sneaky bitch. Nobody got hurt. So that's the kind of like the comic code authority of just like, oh, there's something going on, but not really. It's just fucking smoke and mirrors. It's like Mysterio. She rigged a sound system and smoke bombs. More misdirection. See? Misdirection. That's her name. Like a fucking like Anita Cocktail or something. You know what I mean? Misdirection. Misdirection. I thought it was clever. This could have been, and I own it. So it's like I own that character. I designed it. You know what I mean? And that wasn't disputed. So I could do something with her. So as you can see, or not. See, maybe you can't see, and I need to work on something. Right? Is that like she's kind of predatory, where she's like using this visual optic camo to blend in and hide, do all kinds of shit. But like once she's like found out, like once she sees that you see her, like yo, she fucking activates like Gucci. You know what I mean? She activates drip. Like just like, all right, well fuck, if you see me, here's fucking Louis Vuitton, with koi fish swimming past on her. You know what I mean? That was what I envisioned of her. Is just like super flamboyant and like flashy a woman. Like there's like roses and you know what I mean? It's like it's lady shit. You know what I mean? And she's got a smart mouth and she's got a smart, pretty mouth. But she's a bad guy. This could have been bad, but she's some kind of prankster. And then she laughs. Ha ha ha. Baddies don't dance, we boogie. I love that. But I think it was something else. I think originally it was gangsters don't dance, we boogie. And they were like, "Can you change that?" I was like, You want me to change Gangsters Don't Dance, We Boogie? I was like, do you not get the reference? Like, do you not get the reference? And they were just like, no. I was like, all right, well, fuck it then. Never mind. So I like changed it. Baddies Don't Dance, We Boogie. And then 3 out of 5 stars for the Noob Super Zero. Woo! I was even calling people zeros before Ethan. That's fine. See you later or not. So she fucking leaves. He's like, fucking bitch. So she gets away. He's like, time to unsuit. Or is it turn off? Question mark. Maybe unwrap? Whatever it is, now's my chance. Even see, there's like a little bit of comment, like, hey, what do I call this? So he's like, starts like, I imagine like the suit is like green and all this stuff. I imagine it like, which you don't see here because I just like kept it green, but like it like kind of like turning into fall and then falling away. You know what I mean? Like fall is in like autumn. You know what I mean? Like stuff starts turning red and yellows, and then it like kind of like crumbles off of them and then goes back into the earth. Even without the student glue, I could still feel the planet, the flora and fauna around me, the earth underneath me. Papa Bear, are you still there? I'm here, Mama Bear. I'm changing my outfit to something a bit less neon. Where's Baby Bear? GPS has her right next to you. Dad? What? We've got family drama in the first issue? Dude, what the fuck? What the fuck is this guy doing? This guy's like a fucking He's like a fucking master at this writing shit. Dad, and the little kid's smiling, uses the little symbol. Isn't that clever? I'm like trying to like visually connect it. I don't even know if it works. I'm just telling you that's what I did. So even the little kid calls out, "Oh, it's fucking the green. Look, it's green. It's green." Tajiri, why aren't you with Sanji? Explain. Me? Question mark, exclamation point. Explain? Question mark, exclamation point. What about you being a superhero? And mom knowing about it. So when were you guys going to tell me? Is this how you can walk after the accident? Who else knows? Can I have powers? Hold on. Look. Dot, dot, dot. This whole thing is new. It happened recently. We'll talk more when we get back. I promise. Comma, okay? Now whose child is this? Wait. Your mother and I haven't told you because we haven't found the right moment to sit down and talk to you about this. Okay, I'll admit this is I don't know what the fuck is going on here. I feel like this balloon right here could have just gotten I don't even fucking need all this dialogue. Dude, I feel like half the dialogue in this book is unnecessary. That's in hindsight, you know what I mean? In hindsight. Because there's like a whole bunch of drawing and art underneath this. I don't know. I saw him and had to help. I saw you too. You saw how dangerous it was. I saw you being amazing. I want to help like that. Let's go find this little guy's parents first before we plan our superhero team up. Papa Bear, you got eyes on Baby Bear? Affirmative, Mama Bear. She's safe with me. We have a lot to talk about back in Atlanta. ATL. Cruising ATL. It was a matter of time before she figured it out. Thank goodness you're both safe. How's everybody else? Luckily, nobody was seriously injured. Our new friend's day just went from bad to worse, though. Mr. Crab, hello. I'm sure. I'd like to introduce you to the local authorities. Hello, Mr. Crab. We'd like to have a burpa. I want a lawyer and some aspirin. Oh, my head hurts. Oh, jeez. New friend, the guy tried to cut you in half, Dad. Ha! I played against tougher in the pro baller. Compared to nothing could have happened. We'll help rebuild the village. Rebuilding won't be a problem. We'll be back on track in a few days. Private line. So, who was the hacker on our computer system? No idea yet, but we'll look into it. So it's like, hey, private line. Yeah. So they start talking. We watched you handle that crab. Some serious stuff, Papa Bear. Serious? I've played Pro Ball in front of millions of viewers. So far, this superhero stuff has been a breeze. Then this is the final page. See, she's got some like some kind of stuff going on, right? And she's like plugged in, and you kind of see him on all the little monitors. And then you see this guy, Crisis, is speaking in that purple caption style that we saw earlier. So Gridiron Green's origin that we were reading through was narrated by this guy. I thought that was kind of cool move. I gotta be honest. I thought that was pretty clever for the fucking main bad guy to be narrating the hero's origin story flashback, and then piecing it together through the visuals of the purple. A breeze. So far, this superhero stuff has been a breeze. A breeze. He actually said that. He's wielding the power of the green, and he makes light of it. He thinks playing a game has prepared him to be the next Green, Terra's next defender of the Earth. Indeed, he's less prepared than I suspected. Oh, yeah. He had some seriously corny jokes. I recorded the whole thing for you. Spectral vision, the works. Yeah, I record the whole thing for you, period. Spectral vision, period. The works, period. So I feel like maybe there's some fuck ups right here. I don't know. I feel like I fucked up. I fucked up that. So what's the next move, boss? The next move? I am several moves past what is next. This new green knight is just a piece to be moved where I decide. We'll soon see what this gridiron green will do when his breeze turns into a storm. The epic journey never continues. The epic journey fucking ends right there. Because we go more into this fucking sustainable goals bullshit. They talk about fucking by 2020, we're going to do this. Actually, just fucking scrap all this and just put that blockheaded little bitch right here. Ashamed of you. How dare you? Because that's what they did. So they did my shit. They did comics. They tried to be subtle with the sustainable goals, and it didn't really work out. So the next year, they fucking brought out the little autistic bitch with the block head to start talking shit. So that's how it ends. So yeah, so Misdirection, she's sent, and she's working for this guy called Crisis or Earth Crisis. I think just Crisis. And he is the one who like was moving stuff in. So, you know, when the crab is like, I shouldn't have bought fucking intel from that slimy shyster, like he's talking about misdirection. I don't know if that's clear, but he's talking about misdirection. So he buys, the crab buys intel and is told, hey, if you go there, there's going to be some good shit for you. And instead of finding shit, there's the gridiron green. So it's like he was purposefully sent there to interact with gridiron green, and the whole time Misdirection's watching. So this dude is like, it's like that, like Warrior's Journey, maybe not Warrior's Journey, but it's like, you know, somebody is putting these obstacles in his place. Why? You know, I had like a whole idea of like this guy who's playing chess. Fuck it, spoilers, because I'm not probably not going to go back to this, but the spoilers was that like this guy was going to be like a previous Green Guardian that feels betrayed. That like this Green Guardian was like the Guardian in the 70s, and something happened with Chernobyl. I was either going to go with Chernobyl or like 3 Mile Island. Like not Chernobyl, but like 3 Mile Island is 3 Mile Island was like an event, you could be like, oh well, the reason why it didn't fucking have a meltdown is because, this guy sacrificed himself, and maybe the earth. But then I was also playing with the idea that Tara is like not who she says he is, who she says she is. Maybe she's like some sort of fucking alien. Maybe this is all some sort of like mind control. Like, um, not like Oblivion with Tom Cruise, but like Hear Me Out, where it's like Tom Cruise thinks he's doing the right thing. He thinks he's like maintaining these droids and doing shit, but he's really just a fucking clone that the aliens have made. So it's like, okay, like maybe Terra isn't the actual Earth spirit, because you know there is no spirit of the earth, because there's only one God and one fucking king, and that's Christ. So maybe, like, I know. It's because, you maybe get into some of that of like, oh, it's actually some sort of like, not demonic, but it's some sort of alien entity that is using Gridiron Green to I don't know, curate the planet into a point where they're able to take. I don't know, but just there's some sort of like, I've been brainwashed, and so I was thinking that um Gridiron Green would be going through these various obstacles and shit, and getting to know who he is, who his powers are, what he's viewing about the planet, and then finally, um when he's at this like moment of just like, what the fuck, that is when Crisis rule like reveals himself, right? And so the idea of Crisis is like, if you want to fucking protect the planet, then fucking get rid of the humans, because all you're doing is, that I think that's also Crisis's like ultimate like twisting of his like thing of like being a defender of Earth, getting fucking just melted the fuck down under Chernobyl. We'll make up something, right? But like he gets like fucking melted the fuck under Chernobyl, and like all of that just gets like corrupted and toxic, or it gets purified, and he has a moment of realization where all of these things that the green are doing is just like, you're cleaning up after fucking kids. Like, how many times, you're gonna clean up other people's shit before you realize it's not the shit is the problem, it's the people that are doing the shit. So if you get rid of the people, then you don't have to worry. So like Crisis is like, gets him to a point of like, hey, maybe you lost your friend, like, oh yeah, you lost your friend, like, yeah, these humans, you keep fucking trying to protect these people that are just going to keep fucking up the environment, like, you should join me and we'll get rid of the environment. So there's like a little bit of like Darth Vadering of like, join me and together we could fucking really put an end to this. So I think Crisis is like, he's like Gridiron Green, but has been like hardlined, you know, where it's like, yeah, let's just fucking massacre the fucking people and let their bodies fertilize the new earth, kind of a thing. And then Gridiron Green has to decide humanity and all that shit, which, I don't know. I won't have to get that far. But that was stuff that I like wanted to do with this. So overall, I think there's some spots in the art that I think could have expanded. I think there could have been some more double page spreads. I think that would have been dope. I think there was concern about page count, so I really crammed in a fuck ton. Some of the lettering, I think, reading it now, it's a little off. There's a couple places that I think could have been better. Um, so I think for a comic book, I think this did pretty good. I forgot. It was like there wasn't a barcode on it. If it had a barcode on it, I would have been able to submit it for an Eisner, because I looked into that. I was like, yeah, I want to fucking submit this shit to an Eisner, and that was a no go. Yeah, some of the faces are good. Some of these faces are wonky. Some of these faces are clearly from 8-9 years ago. Um, yeah, I think for a kid comic book that got distributed, look at that. I don't know about the hairline. Got distributed. I think this was pretty cool. Um, Honestly, I feel like I wasn't as consistent with this dude's face as I should have been, but also I'd love to see this colored without the rendering. I feel like sometimes the line art gets lost in the rendering, but I could be wrong. Borders are thick as fuck. The colorist did that. He like came back and like made these borders thick as shit. I was like, man, you fucking made the borders thick as fuck, dude. All that stuff. It's like I would like really sat down for like a weekend and like really worked out what all these like fucking monitors meant. What indigenous tribe are you using? I would have liked to maybe do some more full body shots of her. That would have been nice because it's like here's a shot of her, here's a shot of misdirection, here's a shot of her on the next page, and then here's her fucking head. I don't know. I would have liked to maybe see more of her popping out, or maybe have another page again, another fucking page, maybe like a splash page of her like standing there all full bodied. That would have been good. That would have worked, but I didn't. All right. Well, I think I did okay for so many years for my first one. Some of the writing is good. Some of it's a little wonky. Some of it is like whole balloons that you probably don't even need. Like this one right here. But I think overall, I think I did okay. I mean, compared to some stuff, I think I did fucking amazing. Compared to Isom One, I think I fucking picked up Isom One and threw that shit on the fucking ground. Just storytelling. I thought I did pretty good. And I'm like realizing like some of the stuff I did. Not to toot my own horn, but I thought it came out okay. Really would like to have like done more with the crystals. Like I fucked around with like maybe I'll take this because like once the court shit was done, like I was given back the rights to everything that I had done. So there's a moment of like maybe I'll like redo this book. Like hey, redo, get rid of a lot of the text in the beginning, turn some of these pages into 2 pages, turn some of these panels into full like this right here, like he jumps off, she's like this would have been cool if this was like instead of a quarter of the page, this would have been dope if it was a full page and then him. So this would have been good as a splash page. I should have made every time he showed his powers, I should have done a splash page. Right? So every time he does splash page, every time he does splash page, every time he does his powers, he gets a splash page. And then in the corner, I could have added this panel. And then on the next page, turn it, boom, there would have been this fucking hot ass fucking chick floating in the air. I wouldn't even have to, there weren't even any clouds. Right. So if I did this comic book, I would, totally redo him, change his fucking name, redo the game. Like he wouldn't be playing pro ball. He'd be doing something else. And these names I would fucking change. Um, she looks Asian right there. She looks like a really tanned Asian woman. But I don't know if I want to fuck with it. So I was thinking about it, and then somebody was like, I like blueberries. I was like, yeah, I know you like blueberries. Pizza, I like pizza. I know you like pizza. And then he also was like, why are you gonna redo something you've already done? Why would you do something you've already done? And I was just like thinking about like his like early Cyberfrog shit that he like releases, and I thought about like Shane's fucking Accent or whatever that he like had recolored and re-released and was like making people pay full price. And like if I redid this book, I mean, like some of the panels, like that page would look kind of similar to this. It'd be drawn new. I might add a couple more birds, but the drawings would be better, I think. I don't know. I'm happy drawing Rock and Roll Ninja right now. I'm jamming on that. And then after we finish Rock and Roll Ninja 2, we'll start really getting into the Wester book. And that is like a sci-fi retelling of Ruby Ridge, but with like a fuck ton of world building. Like I'm building maps, star charts and shit. Like it's fucking dope. Like he's just letting me do it. Like just gobbledygook in the background. We do something called gobo. Like, yeah, just put gobo in the background. Like instead of being like, okay, in the background, I want to have a whole bunch of different aliens, and I want to have some of this and show some of this. Like, there's no wasting of time. It's just like, so our character comes walking into town. It's a gobo town with gobo people doing gobo shit. He walks up to the bar. Bar looks normal. There's some gobo shit going on in the bar. Human is bartending. Maybe there's a gobo fucking bartender as well. So it's like gobo is code for just fucking whatever the fuck, just sci-fi shit. Just do your sci-fi shit. And it is not it's like Star Warsy, but it's not. It's like Star Wars. Um it's not Farscape. It's not like puppets and shit, but it's kind of Star Warsy, but it's not Warhammer at all. There's no Warhammer shit going on, but there is mechs. There is Dyson spheres. There's giant Dyson sphere, fucking like Solar systems like have been moved into place so that there's like constellations of solar systems and shit, and a lot of fun shit, dude. I just get to like just like sit here for a couple hours just like just drawing up shit, and I send it and it like gets worked into the story, just like apple coring planets and then scooping out the molt and pulling it through like this whole other big thing. And like it's very like meta barons. I love meta barons. So it's got some of that meta baron vibe to it. It's got a thin line kind of vibe. Like this shit, I almost wonder if I should like get somebody to like ink my stuff because I'm very heavy handed with my line. But with the Wester stuff, I'm like doing it with like micron pens and stuff. So I'm kind of getting that like thin deet, 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 heavy metal kind of look to it. All right, I guess that's it. I got 2 minutes until it's 8:30. I got some milsim shit to do. I don't care. I be milsimming it on Arma Reforger. I love that shit. It's just dope. So this is the book. What do y'all think? It's good stuff. It's great stuff. It's been great stuff. All right, I'm out, guys. Hail to the chat. I'm reviewing my own shit. Really, just like, hey, look at my own shit. Look how stupid it looked. Look how much what I need to change. All right, guys. Have a good night. Peace.